Hi, this is part 2 of me redesigning My Little Pony Equestria Girls characters, the main 7 specifically. I wasn't going to include Sunset Shimmer originally, but I changed my mind. Also, a little correction from the last video. I said that I made Fluttershy mixed white and Hispanic, but I've been informed that Hispanic isn't a race, and the correct way would be white and Latina. So now my Fluttershy is white and Latina. Sorry about that. But before I begin, a couple clarifications. 1. I'm not trying to fix anything, whatever. This is all just for fun. 2. Everything here is just my opinion and my headcanons. If you disagree, that is completely fine, just don't be a dick about it. At the end of the day, we are talking about magical horses here, so who cares? And 3. These characters do not have canonical races, therefore I can make them whatever race I want. Thank you. In part 1, I shared my thoughts on the original Equestria Girls designs. In short, I don't like the lack of variety in the designs. Their outfits are kinda hit or miss. The proportions are kinda freaking me out. And their color palettes are a little different from the show, which is for the most part fine, but some of the characters just look weird. As examples, I used Luna and Big Mac, but I forgot to mention Cheerly. I don't know why they did that, so yeah. I understand that most of these can be explained by it's easier to animate, but I still don't really like it. Now we can get to the redesigns. So, first one for today is Pinkie Pie. Her original design feels too simple for her, I think. I feel like she needs more color, more accessories, just more everything. And of course my favorite, the cutie mark just plastered on her skirt to make sure that you know it's Pinkie Pie. I mean, I'm not including cutie marks in my designs, but I'm sure there are better ways to do it than this. Anyway, I made her black. So original. It's just like one of the most popular headcanons in the fandom, I think. I genuinely thought that everyone agreed on this, but of course, not on TikTok. When I first posted my Pinkie design, there was quite a bit of negativity coming my way. To be completely clear, most of it was from Russian-speaking people. And it wasn't like actual criticism, they were just rude or, well, racist, which sucked. I do remember someone saying that if you put her in grayscale, she wouldn't be black. Which, in case you don't know, there's this method in character design where you take the character you're drawing and a palette of skin tones, then you put both in grayscale, and whatever matches up is the color you use. It's a nice method, but it's optional. You can use it if you want, I'm sure it's helpful, but I don't like using it, so I don't. Also, with Pinkie Pie, I've seen people argue whether or not she's black-coded. Personally, I see her being black either way, but I've seen arguments from both sides. Some say that she is black-coded because, of course, her hair texture, she has had black hairstyles, and I think she was using a hair pick that black people use. But others say that her hair is naturally this curly and it's naturally straight, so she isn't black-coded. If someone could speak on this in the comments, that would be lovely. Like I said, to me she's black either way, but it's still an interesting conversation, I think. I really like how this drawing came out, honestly. For the outfit, I just used one I made for the FIM design. I gave her a ponytail and little twists at the front. I feel like she would be the type to keep her hair natural. I also like the pose I did. I didn't use any references, so I'm pretty proud. Next up is Twilight. Her original design isn't that bad in my opinion. I like her shoes and the shape of her skirt. Still the cutie marks though. Here it's at least a pattern, I guess. I headcanon Twilight as Indian. It's kind of like with Pinkie Pie. I see it as one of the most popular headcanons in the fandom and it just stuck to me. I kept the hairstyle and the glasses the same. The outfit is more simple. I feel like she wouldn't bother dressing up and just wear whatever is comfortable. Confession, I was one of those kids that did not like Twilight. Not even sure why, I just hated the main characters in cartoons sometimes as a kid. For example, Frankie in Monster High, Bloom in Winx Club, Twilight. When I first posted my redesign for her, I think the reaction wasn't too bad. Maybe a couple people here and there, but for the most part it was positive, so that's cool. Honestly, I don't have much else to say about my design. The drawing process went pretty smoothly and pretty fast, so here she is. Next up is Rainbow Dash. She was really fun to do, honestly. Her original design is pretty mid to me. I don't think it's hideous or anything, but I do not see her wearing these clothes. I do really like her shoes though. They remind me of high Converse, so I include that in my design. Same with the wrist thingies she has. I made her Mexican, just purely my first association, and almost the shortest of the group too, because it's funny. When I posted my FIM design, a lot of people were asking why I made her look so masculine. Like with Applejack, Rainbow Dash is a masculine character, the tomboy of the group. She's athletic and everything, so I made her buff and gave her sporty and comfortable clothes. I don't know what to tell you. Some people were suggesting that she would be more of a scene kid. Personally, don't really see it for FIM Rainbow Dash, but I very much do see it for EG Rainbow Dash. So for this redesign, I tried to combine both sporty and scene vibes. My FIM design has a lot of piercings. I kept a couple of them because, well, she's in high school. And I kept the acne and the tooth gap. Little details like this really help making the character stand out more. I love this stuff. The drawing process for this one was pretty smooth as well. Not much to say here. And here she is. And the last one for today is Sunset Shimmer. I actually haven't drawn her in a while, so this was really fun. Her original design isn't that bad in my opinion. The colors aren't that bad, and some of her outfits are actually pretty nice. I didn't have to do too much here. I basically just redrew the design I already had. I made her Latina, again, just first association. I like that she has a more edgy style, so I tried to keep that. For the hair, I gave her a wolf cut, kinda, sorta, because her hair reminded me of that. I have barely posted her, so can't say much about the responses. Something I usually do with these redesigns is, while I give them human skin tones, I like to include their skin or fur colors in the outfits, like a sweater or something, to keep the color scheme recognizable. But with Sunset, I just couldn't put it anywhere. It wasn't working with what I had in mind, so the color scheme isn't as accurate. But despite that, I still like how she came out, and it was really fun to do. And that's it. We're done with the main 7, except Spike. Here I put them all together on the same canvas. And here's the height difference I wanted them to have, but didn't quite manage to get it. Let me know if you want to see me redesign more Equestria Girls characters. Some of them could use some help. And of course you can share your headcanons and stuff in the comments, just be respectful. And thank you for watching. You can like the video, subscribe, all of that. My other socials will be on the screen and in the description. And bye!